votes, including President.
It just started recording, so it missed it. For your evidence, it just missed it.
Everybody's here.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, then we next approve the minutes of August 19th. Any questions or problems?
I'll second.
Okay. Okay. All right, I guess the first order of business is to finalize the reserve calculation 2025. I know there's two alternatives that were being proposed, right? Okay, so, let's see, I'm trying to see, God, it was with the number.
It's buried somewhere.
Yeah, I was gonna say, okay, so. All right, so we passed the minutes. Okay, this is expenses, somewhere in there, I think I saw them here somewhere.
The.
Okay.
Yeah.
In the.
Can you hear me now, Chris? I just noticed you're muted again.
Probably this year, and then all of a sudden we're gonna raise it again next
Yeah,
year.
we were getting some feedback.
The 700,000 is come up of the owner's fees to $89 a quarter.
Really?
Yeah, but with the savings we have because of the reduction of the cables,
Cable is less.
the cables less and insurance is less, it balances it. Actually, the budget that I sent out just for discussion. Goes below. And so,
Oh, yeah, because maybe I'm jumping the gun.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
that's-
Cause see, maybe we got that.
I understand.
That would be a yes.
Yeah, I understand. But it's like the seed in it.
Yeah.
Okay, so we kind of at the 700,000. Actually, the owner fee would be $650,000 with $50,000 coming.
The-
That would put the reserves to bed if that's what you're doing.
Net of taxes.
Right, for 2025, but
Yeah, well, that's why we paid $9,000 in taxes.
I'm estimating 9,000.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah, it's almost a year later,
Yeah.
right? So that 9,000 is for this year's interest. Based on $70,000.
Yeah.
Now, that also estimating 70 for next year, so the numbers.
Yeah, so you get 61.
Yeah.
And we're only founding on 50, so you're still at $11,000 surplus.
Net of tax. Yeah.
and Mark's suggestion is exactly what you're gonna be doing anyway.
Right, yeah.
Because you're gonna take the 7,070 or 700, you're gonna look at our estimated interest. And whatever, after taking the taxes, a number, which is exactly what Mark's talking about, so that's really what we're gonna do.
I know, I'm not talking about making it a principle that we follow. That's what my suggestion is that in theory, this is a 5-year plan. That's what I'm saying.
So we just write it down, since here's how we're gonna,
And that's. the way we-
here's how we're gonna keep the 700.
And then if we have to raise our number, we're raising it, but it's based on all this stuff, and we're not trying to figure out all the pieces every time we talk about it.
Formality, excuse me, easy for me to say. We should have someone make a motion to have the reserve contribution at $650,000.
No, we want 700,000, but net of interest, right?
Yeah, but I'm talking about for the question for the owners. The owners will be charged $650.
Right.
The idea that $700,000 will be the figure.
No,
650 from the owners, 50,000 from the interest.
oh,
Right,
Yeah.
but we can only make that motion for 2025.
Well, that's for today. That's all we're talking
But
about.
when we do this next year.
Oh, you have to do it each time.
650.
We should be six-
yeah.
So now
Yeah.
we're doing, now we're down to
660.
690.
well, no, we'll do six, right, but so this next year be 40 interest, 660
We're- yeah.
for, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Right, yeah.
we're talking
Yeah.
really 10 years at 700,000.
Yes.
Okay, now that,
Yeah.
And then it drops a little bit.
Yeah.
But that's full funding for, I mean, that's
Yeah.
interest and owner's fund.
And all those numbers probably might change.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just like the 1,077,000 will change next year, it might be 942.
So I make the motion that the funding for reserves be 700,000, comprised of 650,000 from unit owners plus 50,000 in earned interest.
projected earnings.
Estimated.
I don't know, do we need to have a number involved? I think we should, like, 700,000 is our basis minus whatever interest rate.
I would say minimum of 50,000. It's freedom to earn more.
Well-
taxes.
Let's don't make it.
The other issue is like,
It goes into reserves automatically.
yeah,
So
but
it's gonna affect next year when you're saying you don't think it's gonna hurt as much, you're gonna have 11,000
if
left
you think
over
about,
for
it,
this
if
year.
if we go back to the 2% interest that the Fed is looking at, what was our interest rate by the banks? And it was less than 1%.
Well, you're being conservative, so we might be okay.
Yeah.
My original estimate was using 3.5%.
Yeah, but you don't know. I mean, that's, yeah. Yeah.
Second,
Anybody against, opposed? So,
Now, we did this just so that we don't have to go over the interest earned. Okay, because we don't normally. do this.
last time the budget out.
Yeah. Well, if you think 5 years ago, we didn't impute any interest in reserve because it's so small.
I would, so the second question that everybody's asked is why are we jumping up so high? So, I mean, the answer is to fund the roof debt.
Yeah. Some of that wasn't planned. Wow.
And I'd like.
We never did.
The words to come up with a budget billing funding.
Heavily funding later on.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think what
Yeah.
you've done is to bring the roof deck in is a positive thing, because under the old calculation, there's been a much heavier contribution after we put do the pulling down. You'd had 10 years to fund, now you really have 14 years. So you're right to bring it in.
But how long will the redecking of the roof last? Is the next question.
Well, they give you a 10-year warranty. But we, in what is it, 4 years, 3 years? Yeah, no. No, I think he's asking what the warranty is on the next.
No. I'm talking about the roof deck.
The roof deck
I'm
itself.
looking at it being 40 years. Am I correct? Is that all?
Yeah,
Okay, well, I'm not about the coding, because we can plug in the coding.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, okay, so if it's 1.8 million, 10 years, 1.8 million, 20 years, 1.8 million, 30 years, and then replace the roof deck 40 years, should we incorporate the whole total into the fund at some point? Yeah.
So once.
Yeah. Right.
You should turn around and start collecting.
Exactly. Exactly. That's what I was looking at. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was looking at too, because, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it could be the other wild card. The wild card is if they might tell me, you know.
Oh, yeah, because everyone has seen all the trucks sitting
That
over
was-
there.
yeah.
so just want to make it clear.
I'll be 86. I was here.
Yeah, okay, all right. Yeah,
And then fully appropriate. I think you probably want to go individual ones, each one.
I mean, those are the last pages, right?
No.
Oh,
This is
okay.
the first one, say administrative.
Yeah.
And
Oh, okay, okay, so each page, okay, I know what you're talking about, yeah. So basic stuff in the back is the same as this, right? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
That's where.
Well, that's cool.
I get to see.
So the first one's administrative. And I presume you want to go down line by line. Questions, immediately. Okay. Salaries and wages. Basically the same, but there's a slight increase because we, will have secretaries for the full year. We had a portion of the year that we didn't have secretaries. That's why it went to 134. Their salaries. And obviously mine, which I've listed for everybody's understanding, it reaches the 140.
The John, the 1915 is the salary now, or is it what you're projecting for 2000?
I'm projecting for 225. It's 1850 now.
Okay.
And it's in there. Not that everybody. Yes. And a slight increase in payroll taxes due to the $5,000.
Yep.
Office operations, basically the same, had that funding for almost without that here. Keeps the work. It's gone up.
Yep.
That reading fees is really
Yeah.
because actually it's a money maker. Fees will be share 2250 and our income from it is close to because we're getting charged $25 and charging $100 for each person. We're making $75. Also, we're charging $100 $100. Charge $100 for everybody who's in the applications itself.
These leases, are any of these leases?
Yes, yes. The copiers and the postage machine itself.
And John, while you're talking about office, if we decide or it's recommended that we go to some kind of upgrade software or whatever, where is that in this?
That would be there, yeah.
What software is what?
Well, office software, some kind of management system. I don't know, someday we're gonna be doing software. I mean, I don't know, there's association software that's available. I'm not sure if it's good, some of it isn't. And someday, maybe it's gonna be after John's not here, you're gonna find that there's a need to have it.
Well, the reason why we don't need it now is we have a bookkeeper and he has his software. You're right. If I had my company, I had a different software.
And you might include the owners of that company.
Gonna be paying a maintenance.
Well, there might be. I'm not suggesting we do it. Just suggesting what's included.
Well, I think when Maggie was here, she wanted to like look into doing some kind of software.
She did, and
And I think we looked at a couple of different things. The main overriding thing is, what do you need the software to do for you?
Yeah.
So you need an RF.
yeah, but not only that,
First, to decide what is it that you need the
Right.
software to do.
Or maybe you need to see what's out there and then figure out what you want to use.
Maggie was high in the sky because she figured if I could bring in the software, we could eliminate the bookkeeper. That means another employee here, which at $1,700 a month for the bookkeeper, I think you can get a qualified
We don't get a
person,
good
and we're
rate.
in very good shape with our cost for bookkeeping.
Now, I'm not suggesting we change anything now,
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I know down the road,
Anything, yeah.
not, well, that.
John, is just a typo, office equipment, take out the extra.
There's a whole bunch of, you can work on that later. Well, just the spelling.
Oh.
Well, we know what it is.
Yeah, well, we'll make sure of
We know what it is.
that. Meeting expenses to fund Rogers, church.
And the fees are going up.
Yeah.
Only if your contribution goes in.
Federal income tax,
Is that?
that's, you know, the accountant says we have to put it under operating expense, even though we pay for it under, you know, I think we could take it out. We could take it out and just say, pay the interest.
We're already showing the interest.
That'll be net reserve.
That's around 6,000. Without reserve interest, you would not be paying any federal.
Yeah, operating interest too. You pay
Operating interest, we have a lot of operating deductions that would have offset the operating interest. That's what I'm saying. Once we started earning all this interest on reserves, then that caused us to start paying
Sure.
federal income taxes. So we're associating 100% of the federal income tax with reserves.
So do we, yeah. But we drop that down.
And you don't need to fund it all.
That's, well,
And you already basically funding it on the reserve side by doing the net tax interest.
so that line item will come out. Or the state tax probably could come out because there is none. That's always been in there for some reason. So those two can come out. I mean,
There might be like a fee for the condo fee.
no, condo fees coming up.
That's why state taxes interest. They want you to file a return, even though there's no tax.
Mhm.
And I can tell you, for the church, we just filed a federal tax for the first time ever because we had an income that was not based on the church. It was an extraordinary income. And we filed the federal tax. So the state says, well, you didn't file your your state return. We didn't have anything to pay. We still had to file returns. We had $150 penalty because we didn't file a return. So it's so crazy. There's no tax.
You don't file a state return.
I'll bet you do.
I bet you better check it before you say no.
It's going in, I didn't sign a state return either. I signed the federal return, but the state return was sent in by the bookkeeper.
Have you only ever signed the federal, I think?
We'll check with John on it, because I gotta talk to John about something else.
If you're
Because,
giving that money to the church, can't you say, you're donating that money to the church, or does it come off as? a-
well, but it has to, we may be donating, and it may be very well, it'll help the taxes a little bit, $500.
you have to pay taxes on it.
But,
No.
we, as long as we're talking money,
Parking.
Okay,
And because we rent our parking lot. we
Oh.
pay tax.
okay.
Because renting the parking lot is not part of our religious, whatever you call it. Yeah.
it is.
And we just- But the company that's renting our parking lot can't do a donation, so.
Yeah.
We have a contract. We have,
You're saying it's a religious experience to park in your parking.
we'd like to say that.
I'd like to say that, but-
Uncle Sam says no.
Health, employee health insurance should remain pretty much the same. Yeah,
Really? Wow.
and you can, drop it a little bit, but right now, if we do it will remain the same. Our commitments are the same to the employees. Workers' compensation, we've been very good on keeping that level. Now here's the first real biggie. Last year, we contributed 1.531293. We actually paid, including the insurance for the truck, 896,000. We got something recently from our first time ever that I can remember. Our insurance company sent us an insurance projection for next year, and they said we could use 5%.
Wow.
I really don't think that is wise. So I put 12% in. 5% is great, suppose.
Well, the big thing would be whether or not we get storms or not. So if we haven't had a major storm. We gotta worry about this hurricane named I, because that's the one that affects it.
So the 1,003,520 is 12% increase over last, which shows.
Yeah.
Like the Florida state dues that you're talking about. Tom,
Yeah, that's it. Okay. Yeah.
and that is a $4 per unit. It's one. It's
Wow.
$5.58.
Where do, so the new Florida statute rules requires the board to do annual CPE course. And so we're gonna have to start budgeting that money, because I'm assuming that the association's gonna pay, because you have to pay. There's no free CPE credits. You usually have to pay for those courses.
Well, I don't know. That's a good question, because I don't know yet whether they're, I mean, yeah, I can take almost 100% if I wanted to go around to different schools, different attorneys' offices and take CTEs at no charge. All these things that.
They do have no charge?
Oh,
You talking about the recertification for the directors?
Not the recertification, besides that,
Something.
I think recertification is every 4 years or something.
It's,
But, annually, you have to take a credit course. And some topic related to your board duties.
I think that they'll probably pay providers give it for free. It's like when you and Tammy used to go to these luncheons or what have you. A lot of those for people, they would get it for free.
They never had to pick that.
Right.
When you do CPE credits for your camp,
Yeah.
you have to pay.
Well, I have to, well, you pay me because it's part of my contract.
No, but you're getting reimbursed.
Yes, I'm getting it.
So you're paying.
Yeah,
for CPE.
Because I take it all in once. I don't
Well, I
get
was
3
gonna
hours
say,
here, 1 hour there,
Do
you
we
know.
need to budget something?
Yeah.
I don't-
Well, I think that the miscellaneous $2,000 could cover it pretty much easy. Unless you want to put, make it $3,000 because you're saving 5,500
We
before.
just don't know whether they're, how much
Yeah.
is gonna be done.
Right.
So the intent is that the association's paying that bill.
They would have to pay it.
Okay.
Well,
It's not just an
maybe you
incentive,
want to
they
say,
want-
hey, I'm going to pay to the privilege. Probably not.
Walmart's gonna charge you to use self-service, why not?
You need to bring up everything when you go self-service?
They're gonna make it so that you have to join their club in order to, so
Really?
you basically you're paying so you can use self-service.
I mean, I was.
I
They
didn't know
haven't,
that.
they haven't put it in Florida yet.
Wow.
But I did self-service Publix, they'd go out, put everything in the car and look down the bottom and I had like $12 worth of stuff. Again. Sometimes, but they didn't, and nobody caught it or anything. They say a lot of that self-service is gonna come out.
Yeah.
They're losing money.
Oh, yeah. They are. Well, all you have to do is switching tags too, so. You know.
Yes. Well, yeah, well, the
Yeah.
kids, last time I went through there, the kids just stopped. I thought, it's spots in the head.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Yeah.
Okay. Bookkeeping service remains the same. You guys kept that with us for 4 years and I'm not pushing that into it at all. So Now that he got rid of that one guy. Legal. For this year, but the average is at $6,000 per.
I think we should up that. I mean, we're taking out 55.75 from the taxes.
What y'all feel?
I just think legal, we get into more and more legal.
They
stuff.
keep changing the law.
Well, are we having issues with collecting on delinquent fees? Okay,
Charge back to.
yeah.
Yeah, but every time, if we turn in, we go to the attorney, we get that back.
Okay, okay.
on whatever we pay out, and so that this 63, this 63 cent probably paid the attorney close to $9,000 this year.
Oh, I wasn't thinking that high, but.
Do we need to do
7,000?
something like a,
Well, we probably spent over 9,000 this year, but the collection didn't pay back. This 6,300 is the net expense.
And we can't count on what we're getting something back, so.
Well,
I
we'll
think you're
always
right.
get, for collections, we'll always get it back, even if we're close. But for things like writing.
But it's timing,
like
right?
that.
You just have to pay for the lawyer now, and you don't know when you're gonna get it back.
That's right. Yeah, that one.
Our money was spent in the insurance and the amendments and all that kind of stuff, right? That was deal.
Yeah.
75.
At least we don't have a problem with Wildwood too. They had one guy who constantly bitched about
so
something,
you can,
and it was.
how about a cost of living wage raise or something for the employees?
Well, we're gonna talk about that. We haven't got.
Yeah.
Okay. So you change legal or what? What you change?
7,500.
Audit and taxes will be an actual cost. Well, they charge 6,000 for the audit and 250 for the taxes.
Is that been constant?
2 years ago, it was 5.
I would raise that to 75. I think that's too low.
Well, I know that's what he's gonna charge us because I
already
asked him.
told you.
Yeah.
Well, then they're going to change.
The only time, like, he charged us more one year because the bookkeeper needed to do more work. Bookkeepers screwed up.
Yeah, the AAA had a bad apple up there. He just caused all kinds of things by miscoding and everything else. He had to do some.
But this year was very smooth. Thanks.
No, just sinuses.
And I see where I made an error here. 400,000.
Well, I think on the other sheet you have it right. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I think on the back,
I think when I put it back in, I did it right.
Yeah.
You're right.
and I think, I remember seeing
Yes,
that.
it is. It's balanced on the regular, so
Yeah.
it is 415.
Not, well, there's.
And that's figuring the reduction.
So 411 should be 450.
Yeah, but it's on the final sheet, I had it
On
right.
the final sheet in the back,
Yeah.
it's at the 415. Okay.
And if it goes, we're not committed to the pay raise to the two ladies. But if it's in there in case we wish to do about it, we can make that decision.
We're talking about 5.4% increase. That's like
I don't know.
5.4 increase
Under 3 right now.
per dollar.
$1 increase an hour is about 5% increase.
If anybody's interested, the total with all the changes, 1697022, you know, I've got on the spreadsheet.
Okay, oh, good.
Okay, yeah. 1,697,022 for the total for the administrative expense with all the changes.
What?
It's 697,022.
You know, we didn't finish the salaries.
Oh. Okay, but we could change it. Yeah, whatever. I mean, it's easily changed. I got on the spreadsheet.
So. Before we go, I see every category go through, no salaries. So what is your general input thoughts on
Oh,
the
that-
salaries?
The only, every committee has to give $1.
Are we fully staffed?
Currently, yes.
I thought we used to have more on the landscape committee.
We have a carpenter now?
I'm sorry, you're right. We don't have a carpenter now. No, we'll get into that in buildings. No, we had him, but he left. Really
Okay, back to it.
bad about soon. Up to you all.
So last year, what did we do last year?
I think we gave many of them $1 an hour,
Last
but
year,
we
they-
wanted to give them $2 an hour, but we wanted to offset.
But Jack got more.
Nobody else got raises but the pool man last year.
But now you're talking about these other pages.
We're not talking about that now. Yeah. Something like that, yeah.
But that's because we haven't gotten raises in the few years.
Right, yeah, right.
So.
All right, well,
So,
Take out. But we ended up doing the job first year. Since- that's what- All right, so we'll move on and kind of.
Yeah.
set the salaries.
right now, it's in there, whether the charges or not, and quite frankly, I think only one of them should be worth it. Not the two.
Well, one's brand new, so, you know.
No, they're both brand.
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah, we have a person,
Yes. Jim Munson's wife is the,
quote unquote liaison to the employees, payroll, things like that. I mean, or the issues. When we hired a carpenter at, because of his skills, we paid $25 an hour. Jeff, without talking to anybody, went to the committee, or went to the committee, which is one person, Cheryl Munson, and complained since he was here longer, he should make more money than anybody else. And the answer, quite frankly, went back to him, is that he doesn't have the skills the other guy did. And although he's at like $23 an hour or something like that, you know, he just has to live with it.
Okay. I just wondered if there's-
So those things kind of get ironed out. in that
There is
way.
a separate person not on the board.
Right,
Well, how did she get appointed? You do it at some board meeting?
a long time ago, yeah. I mean, when I say a long time ago,
It's not even on the website.
2 years. Yeah, she's had it for a couple of years.
Jim still president at the time?
No.
Is it work? So it's working.
Yes.
Thank you.
all right, next page is very self-evident. It's the website.
Yeah.
They're asking the same.
Yeah.
Okay, any questions?
Right, now we come to the,
All right, I'll go to landscape.
How old is your computer?
How old is my computer? 3 years. 3 years.
And my laptops?
The laptop, this is the laptop, it's a year and a half, 2 years.
Okay.
I think they've got a computer on their budget.
Yes, we do. I know Chris is on there, but
told me that.
yeah, I think some of.
Oh, you mean, oh, yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Budget.
Yeah.
Part of the equipment is for.
it's to
computer.
purchase.
Yeah, because they're don't wanna bring theirs in all the time.
Right,
Chris is using his all the time for the, for
That's
the,
right. so the committee's gonna purchase a laptop, to be kept here in the office, so that anybody on the technology team can pick that laptop up to go to a meeting, to be able to Zoom it.
Or even if he's not available.
Right, right, so it'll be kept here with all of the pieces, the speakers and all the, and instructions on how to do it.
So we all set on IT, I guess?
Yep.
Okay, move on to landscaping.
Okay, landscaping, well, we got salaries, let's get salaries out of the way, because we're gonna talk about that. Organization, the contract. And remain the same. The reason there was some. Last year, they had some, what was the term people were using, a percentage of gasoline, what gasoline went up. They had a fuel charge, which, surcharge, yeah, couldn't come up with. Anyway, I've got it moved, so. But that's what we pay. Contract lake service is a contract.
Is that the guy, those are the people we're waiting for?
No, this is, people who treat the lakes to keep them
Treat the
clear,
lakes.
yeah. They'll call a place called
Lake doctor.
Lake Doctors, and I did contact them to see if they had a division. Because they do have aerators and things like that, but no, they don't do anything like clearing lines and, dredging. or
Keep the
anything
water
like that.
clear, right?
Yeah.
Do they have people that they recommend?
That's exactly what I asked them, and they said,
Prefer not to recommend outside contractors.
Oh, do it.
No. Well, I know, but when you talk to these people, you talk to their home offices. And yeah, I even talked to the guy who comes out and does the service. He said, nah. Well, I'm sure somebody does. You're right. Okay, services general. It's been a figure we've used. Right.
Outside service.
That's what I'm talking about. Outside services. Oh, yeah, that's the jump. Outside services, we didn't have any money spent this year. The landscape committee wants to hire an arborist and for guidance. And that's why the 5,000's in there.
I agree with that.
Only because Tiffany has shared with me some things that maybe some of the trees they're trying to save or improved landscaping techniques. When you were on your eyes for it.
Is this a one-time Mother Nature? Is this a one-time only expenditure, 1 year? or
no, they wanna have it a function of advice ongoing.
Well, why don't we at least see how it goes the first year? Is this an hourly contract or is this a fixed fee?
Well, I was involved, and they put out an RFP to several. and, ended up talking to one, came in and, his proposal was to treat each of the canary palms with certain chemicals for $250.
Oh.
Don't they have any type of
Yeah, there are. I just, Tiffany and Chris.
Well, I think I recall like the discussion. So they're a problem with grounds arborists in that they don't recognize what, you know, the current state of appropriate gum tree trimming should be in Florida or something.
I understand when they brought their arborist in, and he was asked the question about how do you feel about cutting the palmetto palms, the first thing out of his mouth was, yeah, 10 to 2.
Yeah, I was in that meeting.
Yeah.
Said,
If you look at the recording of the meeting, he said 10 to 2, and she said, oh, we're thinking more like 9 to 3. And then, of course, he jumped on board.
What he said was the Queens, the Queens and the Royals
You mean
should be
this,
that.
this arborist?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what happened was, how do you trim trees, big, palm trees? And he said, the Royals and Sable, Royals and America, specific about Royals, Queens, which are the bigger trees with bigger fronds, not like the palmetto. Said they should be 9 to 3. Good. That's- Tables. Oh, you think it's healthier private? It's piece of wood.
Typical consultant.
What I also liked about what he said is that he would go up into the tree and prune out those flowering stems versus our guys who just want to trim all the leaves off in order to get to those fruiting stems, which gives you the look that we don't need. And so I thought that, because that was also part of that video from the Florida state that's recommended doing something like that. And he was also a couple bucks cheaper. So he's gonna trim them nicer and, I don't know.
But his bottom line price ended up there.
Oh, did it?
Cause
Okay.
he had step version. I said, we ended up paying 1,590 trees, something like that. And his price was 15.
Oh, yeah, because, yeah, Tiffany was giving an overall view, I guess, in the shortcut.
They don't go up and do, but I don't know anything about trees. So, the guys that did our work, did they go up and trim them up there so you don't have to take everything down the way this guy said he would do it, or?
Well, yeah, they had a different. Our guys. Yeah, our guys, when I say our guys, company we're currently.
I was gonna say, our guys did brown.
But that's. Cutting closer. Close. To something that's safe. They should.
But it's, it'll be a wonderful.
Well, the committee discussed that, whether they're cutting or not cutting. And making trails.
Oh, good, we get a lot of. You know, starting, whether it's the 10 to 2 or the 9 to 3, it's the same amount of seeds.
We collect them and do something with.
My dog likes to.
Well, the one arborist said that because it's being trimmed too much, the tree goes into survival mode and is sending out more flowers and seeds than it typically would. So he's, you know, it's a long term. I guess the tree's gonna have to be trimmed properly for many years before it, you know, gets back to normal.
Okay, so we're gonna leave the 5 in, right? Okay,
Let's give it a shot.
yeah.
And it doesn't have to be 5 every year. I mean, I think, sounds like the way you described it, it's specific little projects that, you know, they're gonna do this cure this tree or treat this type of tree. It's not like.
It's a test year.
Well, I think,
Their treatment that they're doing this week, they're paying more than what Brown was charged to do the same exact treatment. The injections. What was it?
Well, then why didn't we go to bid on it?
I don't know. You tell me why the landscaping committee didn't wanna get a bid on it, different bids. They just contracted to do it.
That they wanted to try the new arborist, and so the committee itself decided to spend what little they had left, whatever they had left on new plantings for the rest of the year. They wanted to treat because of the deficiencies, particularly the canary palms. They decided to get this service from this arborist. And so I really didn't know what Brown would cost. But I knew that we gave a contract for $250 a tree. So when Brown was out here, I asked him to check with his arborist for what treatment would be that they would do, and he said, yeah, we do that for $150 a year per tree. So if and when we go to those things again, we now know we should get a bid.
I think part of it was because the outside arborist was finding issues that could be resolved, whereas Brown's never
came forth.
came forward.
Services General has been at $10,000 for a long time. And so that, a part of that is under the grounds, we take care of our lights, street, things of that nature. Put quite a figure in there. We've been too low on exceeded our budget each year. This would, well, it would be, it's parts and labor for repairs. And lawnmowers, part of it, we're not buying anything out of this. This is
No.
actual maintenance of the existing equipment.
Yeah, 'cause, I mean, I think some of the owners said it at a board meeting about the little tufts of grass always sticking out after they freshly mowed.
That's because of the speed. that
I
they
was
go.
saying, when you,
Some of it's the
yeah, when you
speed.
go 100 miles an hour, it doesn't get it all.
You're right. The other part is had to stick.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can get it.
Yeah,
And blades and sharp as possible. Trash removal is up mainly because we know dump fees are up. And, here we have more trimmings, believe it or not. Hard to read it.
As things grow. Here's the first major deviation, and the committee, I deviated from the committee for this proposal, but we had a $45,000 budget. We will have actually spent almost $62,000. Of course,
$6,800 is removed on tree is anticipated. That's where we grow into the wall up there. So
Wow.
we've been spending over $50,000 each year. So I've been here. But it was $55,000 a few years ago and reduced. We still have the expense because we have to trim the trees, we have to take care of the trees, we have to replace the trees. And so I think it becomes more realistic to put a better number in there than 45,000. The builder exceeded. So the committee recommended 45, and I put in 61.
mine says 57.
57.
57. Yeah, you're right.
I think that makes sense because this year we did start trimming the oaks.
Yeah.
And we need to keep doing that, so I believe we need additional.
We did
oaks.
much more hardwood trees this year. Yeah. And anyhow, we did save some money by doing, a vast majority carrot woods in-house. And that was, $400 a tree.
I have never been to a meeting, but do they have a plan for replacing trees? Prime example of, do we have them blown down or things like that? Putting in more live oaks or that type of thing?
We
haven't
have-
had a new tree planted except from somebody dies.
What by now?
There's trees planted regularly, and there's the budget, the reserves for that. I mean, the things are blown down. So, is there a plan? Is there a plan? Is there money available? Yes.
Maybe this arborist or something.
Yeah, they recommended some more hurricane resistant plantings.
Well, it knows me.
Shrubs line?
We go into shrubs. That budget at one time was $12,000, and we reduced it a couple of years ago, because we had, we went in, we had a lot of mass planting. And now we're just kind of filling in, if you will, and basically expending the money that's there. And if we can't do that, we had maybe a couple $1,000 would have been left over this year. But by the time they approve the tree trimming or the tree additions and things like that, we expect.
You said before, John, that you took the landscape committee, took the remainder of the planting budget for this year and put it towards the, using the arborist, yeah. How much was that?
I've got a contract, I'll come up with this $1,800, $1,900, something like that. There were 15 trees at $250, plus there was a trimming. They wanted to see how he trimmed the tree that going into V cluster. And so that's basically, it was close to $2,000.
So where does the arborist show up then on this shrubs plant?
Well, he's not,
Or should it be a?
15 times 200 is $2,000, isn't it?
15. Yeah, it is. So yeah, it was close. It was, you're right. It was $4,800.
Projecting zero.
It was $4,800. It was your market. You'll see in the manager's report for the next week. Because it just happened. Okay.
No, I'm just curious,
Yeah,
like,
no,
you
it
projected zero up in outside services for the remainder of the year.
Yeah, well, I pulled it. I coded it as trees and plants.
Okay.
If he didn't charge for arborist service, he charged for the shots. So versus, mulch. We exceeded the budget this year because we had to bring in some outside help. We actually,
Yeah,
just,
for those kids.
yeah. What happened was that, we really got, the mulch came in late. And, we had to bring some other people in to get it out, because we tried to do it in January and February. And we ended it in March when we had to cut grass and things like that, so it didn't work out.
Is that gonna help us next year as far as another year before we do it again? Will it be held off again?
We've been doing front back. We've been doing common areas and front back, so next year we're supposed to do the back of units in common areas, so.
And one of the things I saw that happened after they put the mulch down, it was within a few weeks, the weeds were coming up through the mulch.
Oh, yeah.
So should they be, I don't know,
We
this is
spray
a
it.
question for the landscape committee, should they be spraying before they put the mulch
We
down?
do spray it, you know, we have one guy that does it, you know, and, gets down as much as you can. In a perfect world, you put down the paper, you know, but that was put down years ago. Good point, though. Sprinkler pumps. We haven't exceeded the 3,000.
Nope.
Supplies with the surplus.
Nice would be,
One time we worked out at least one person or two people in this particular, area. Does that show the difference between what you spent that year versus that?
it could.
At least two people. people at one time.
Yeah, but we're back.
And that would be the full strength there, not really an increase.
And here again, landscape gets a little bit of a, I wouldn't say it's wrong, but the way ADP calculates payment. Jeff, Jackie, man, phones.
Sure.
I can't break that out. Okay, so in other words, 7 hours a week is charged for really other things, like the Jeff's salary, or Jackie's salary for pools. So that's why it exceeds a little bit, because the actual salaries for landscaping have been under budget. It's the fact that there's extra time or overtime even, sometime that happens. Jeff has a couple hours overtime, charged for landscaping, and that's the way they bill us.
For salaries.
Back to salaries again. Here I gave,
First time, for everybody to review, the salary rate for each employee as it is today.
I mean, what sticks out to me is Ed Dixon's making a lot less than the new hire.
Yeah, and that should come up really. I mean, he's,
Yeah.
you know, no doubt about that, but these people know exactly what everybody makes.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, no matter how we try to be, you know,
That's universal.
Well,
Yeah.
Whatever,
yeah,
otherwise you have to be fair.
and he's not yet, but it didn't push it as hard as ever. But for some reason, irrigation was always behind everything else, and it really shouldn't be, because it's more professional job than, well, he does, yeah, he mows the lawn, you know. He picks up trash and does other things, but
What does the $245,000 salary line really say about what you're gonna do with the salaries?
it's, because the committee asked for $1 an hour for each employee, that's what's in there.
So everybody went up $1,
Yes,
but we need to talk about Ed, because that's ridiculous. He's making $2 less an hour than at least $1.50 than. Yeah,
Ed.
was a newer hire.
well, that's true.
How long has Ed Prudian been here?
Ed been here, push pretty much 5 years now.
There's 2 Eds here, which.
I'm sorry, Ed
What-
Prudian.
Ed Prudian is here less than a year.
Less than a year, and he's making $1.50 more an hour than Ed is, who's been here in a while.
5 years.
Seems like more than 5.
No,
All right. Right. Down there full time. He used to work over.
Meadowcroft. He used to work in Meadowcroft.
So let's talk about next year, you're doing the operating budget. What's the proposal? You keep raising everybody $1 a year, like well above the inflation rate.
I don't think, no, I think that if you went for the dollar or 50 cents or whatever you went for, you wouldn't raise it. They didn't, they didn't get a raise. Did they expect it? I think they probably did. I expect
Something is fine,
yeah, whether they hit or not, I'm not saying that.
at least the cost of living.
I'm just telling you what
I think Ed should get something extra to bring him up to the minimum of what everybody else will give.
So that would be,
I see down here 6,400, based on the 50%, 50 cent an hour.
Yeah.
Rate increase. Is that included in your proposed budget?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I said it's
$1 an
Yeah.
hour. included in the budget.
Dollars.
That is, I see.
I just put it in there for frame of reference.
You went to 50 cents, and reduce it by 6,400.
Or if you use that $1 an hour as an average, I would, to her point, I would be against, giving Ed a little bit more and the other Ed a little bit less, since one is new and one is older, to get him up to average.
Yeah, I would agree with that, because Ed Dixon, he does the pools when Jackie's not here.
He gets
does
paid,
irrigation.
but he gets full salary when he's here. When Jackie's not here,
Oh, he gets-
Ed gets full salary because he's qualified.
I mean,
That's good.
doing irrigation versus the new guy, and
Well,
it just does shrubs.
You can't take money away from them.
No.
We're not taking money,
No.
his bonus or would be either
Yeah.
0 or less, and
Well,
so that they
it-
could
yeah.
give more to the.
You know, well, it is appropriate, it is somewhat when it comes to the unit owner donation to the year. At the end of the year, Ed Dixon got a full stipend and Ed Don only got a third.
Yeah, but this year he'll get a full.
Oh, he'll get a full.
So a dollar is what brings everybody, generally everybody, that's over 5% increase. I'm kind of leaning more towards 2% an hour increase, the more categories we go through. And then do an extra something for Ed.
But we can-
Or if you looked at the dollar and say you're not gonna raise it next year, it'd only be 2.5%. Right?
Well, you're gonna, you,
Yeah, you know, I mean, there's nothing next year. But I mean, I'm just,
I would rather give them something every year. Just keep up with inflation. Right now, you're giving them more than inflation.
A lot of times when you give them 50 cents, puts them in another category and they take home less.
What do you mean it puts them in another category?
Well, I mean, if it's tax wise, sometimes,
What the dollar's gonna do?
well, a dollar,
You're gonna put 'em in.
they wouldn't have a decrease. Well, they're gonna go at a higher rate, but sometimes it just kicks into the right point where, yeah, I've seen it.
Never heard that argument
Oh,
before.
I've seen it, I haven't lived it. But, not an argument either way, because these are just proposals that I would give, you know. It's up to you to make the decisions.
Why don't we keep going through the other categories? Seems like it's been a general
Okay.
decision.
Yeah. All right.
Fortunately, I think we may have to look at, or we should look at those on an individual basis and I think whether it costs. Decide.
Well, do you review them?
Oh,
That's their
maybe.
job.
Seriously,
So everybody, whether they did a great job or a poor job.
We're fortunate enough to have people that are do a pretty good. We really don't. We had a couple of weeks in the book. The guys we just swapping out. What we get done here. My opinion. They take breaks and they eat more sometimes. Yes. I mean, they do it sometimes. Yeah.
Except the ones that pee outside.
Well, it's either take a break or die of heat prostration, and then it's a hiring process, so.
I just agrees with Nate for me to break.
I'm a sarcastic SOB.
but
Okay, oh wait, we go back.
They stop 5 minutes early, they do 5 minutes to get in.
I don't know, if that's up to us, I think it's up to the board.
But can we make a recommendation?
Yeah, that's
Add
right.
7 minutes.
I think we should let's table it.
something,
I think.
a lot of them say they're the same.
I'm not sure what's going on at this point.
Well, if they don't get enough money, they can work in air conditioning at McDonald's for more money.
Right.
You know, so.
The bottom line is we can have them certainly enforced to eat, to break a place. That's, we've done it before and it kind of leaks back.
Yeah.
You know. Okay, we want to go to buildings next?
Yeah.
All right, here again, in the salaries, we'll talk later, but there's the raise down there. Okay, the other thing is that we not put in the budget a full-time carpenter.
That's not in these numbers?
No, it's Jim Sell full-time and a carpenter for 4 hours. Put 2 positions in there. It's been in there, we just haven't fill it.
So that means we get it, we find it, we don't have budget.
Well, that's why I'm bringing it up.
Okay.
Because we anticipated having a 2-day-a-week person. And it's working out extremely well. And we were getting it done, so that's why we be able to bet.
opinion.
John, you're muted again.
Is that better?
Yep, much better.
Equipment replacement for roughly every 5 years in the reserve.
There's money in reserve.
Yeah.
So this is redundant. This is
Yeah. So we're gonna take it out? Yeah. We're gonna take it out, right?
I understand where you're coming from, because you're not wrong. I'm just saying, he has to put it in the operating on top of reserves. So I agree with you.
So how much is
But
in
if we
reserve?
have to twice as much.
It's not sufficient justification for this.
Right.
What about that one?
Cameras already covered by the reserve budget, which he submitted as part of his requirement for the reserve budget, so.
He's got 12 grand in there, right? According to the number I see already.
And that's 12 grand every 5 years.
Oh, yeah, and he's got another 3,600 going into this year.
That's
Yeah,
the
it's
pay.
12 grand and we're gonna take about $4,800.
Yeah, so he's gonna have tons of money
Yeah,
left.
so there's money in.
Yeah.
Alright,
Okay,
so that's a,
okay.
okay.
That leaves us 43,700 for
Yeah.
the,
It was
security.
just insufficient support.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
The next probably the largest increase coming are school expenses. We can talk about salaries later. There's a dollar increase in there for their request. Outside services. Like that. See some escalated costs. Primarily. Or it's
These that we purchased.
well, some of it would be, I mean, that's not, we have $8,400 a year in there for the, that's why it. But still.
If it's actual pool equipment, shouldn't it be coming from reserves?
These are, it's hard to.
What would
You
it be?
could theoretically reserve when you have a pump. It's $400.
$400. You reserve for the resurfacing of the pool.
But it shouldn't come out of the pool reserves?
No, we do
That's
have-
out of operating. It's a normal
we do
operating
have
expense.
equipment.
Yeah, you do, but that's, yeah,
We
that's,
broke it out from the-
But that's the big equipment that we purchased, that's.
Would it be like the length
Yeah.
of you, ability to
Well,
work?
we made up that $8,400 savings. Pretty fast.
Well, you can, yeah.
Yeah, I can understand like the supplies. I mean, that's chlorine. That's not necessarily. Of course, it's like heat for a building, chlorine in the pool. I don't. Legally,
legally, you would, you don't reserve for $400 and $500 items. And that's what these pumps and filters cost. That comes under an operating.
How long do they usually last? Like 2 years?
$7,500, so it's.
That's multiple pumps, isn't it?
This.
I'm under pools and spas, only it's under pool and spas, which might be a case.
Yeah, we don't want to lose.
No poo in the.
No poos in the box.
It's changed on the. But, outside services sometimes are things that Jackie can't do,
Except the leaks, because we're all running this because of the leaks.
leaks, and it's from technology as a pool heater. And we have to replace it and put the meter part in the pool heater versus replacing the whole pool heater. We are getting more alliance out of the longer pipe out of our pool heater, because we've gone to the more expensive one that has titanium pipes. But pool budget, in my opinion, he's been underfunded for a couple of years anyway. I mean, spend the money, you might as well put it in the budget.
So, I think back, the actual spending for 2023 is $100,000.
Ultimately, yeah, maybe I need to low what I put in.
No, this is, and you're showing 2022, so just like, it usually is quite high, but take out dollars, I guess. the
Well, yeah.
police equipment, that brings you down to 94.
Yeah. And I did have,
So you're budgeting now to 97, so I mean, it does sound reasonable. I mean,
and as I say, it's remaining.
which is an 8.45% increase. You sure that's not, that's more than $1.
Well, here again, he pays, gets paid for some overtime. For the bottom.
I'm just throwing it out, even if this-
Any,
And we'll go to the fun one.
oh, yeah,
No salaries here.
The title,
Where?
that, the treasury, that 293,000, should that be 193,000?
no. I don't know.
What page are you on now?
The last page is utility.
Where's the, where?
Utility, 293.
Yeah,
Because even if the overruns we've got through July for this year, there's no way we're gonna come out to 200.
Well, it's saying 293 already for the year he's projecting, right?
yeah.
Sounds more like it should be 193,000.
That's 150,000.
That's a 100%.
That'd be interesting if that's, if I did that, I don't have my, I think I have the, where are we projected now? We're running.
As of June. I've all this number.
Well, they'll just double that probably, yeah.
So
We're running about $47,000 a month.
as of July.
Yeah.
So that's straight ahead here, just double that.
Yeah. So how much was it?
Your increase in
Bottom line.
budget by.
What's money spent so far?
For trash.
Okay, I just put trash.
Well, today, January to July, it's $130,000.
So they multiply that by, but,
That's divided
Close.
by 7.
yeah,
Okay,
so that's about 20,000 a month.
$22.
So it should be 220. Yeah. It's still much more than last year. It's still almost 100,000. Yeah.
Where are we at? Trash removal?
Yeah,
No, the actual was like, 220.
222. Yeah. 130 for 7, Barbara. I mean, if you take, you said 130,000 for 7 months,
yes.
all right,
235.
yeah. Divided by 7 equals almost 19,000 a month times 12. Comes out to be 223,000 really. So, but it's a good catch. That's that we can go with $2 an hour for salary now for everybody.
Yeah. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
What is it, 225?
I would put 225 in there. That's appreciable. That's appreciable.
That what you want to budget, 225 then?
Yeah. That's a little better.
Yeah, everything else is pretty close, other than the gas price has gone up. And that's based on pretty much an actual. Water and sewer, very close, reclaimed water, very, roughly the same. electric, totally the same. The figured, the trash mule was a good idea, that was a big catch. And, that's dropped a little bit. I guess I have an ethical issue here. And I'll let the budget committee be my guide. Our contract with them is like 1,700 a month. And their only billing is 425. I've only been paying 425.
There's no details. What is-
When the new company took over, they broke it up their billing. Charge more. Here. So,
Reserve.
Mhm.
You're gonna get a big bill now.
Yeah, we have a contract that says a different amount.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we reserved it, Mark, because it's in the budget.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Yeah.
Don't spend it
Yeah.
elsewhere.
No,
I don't know that we should go down at 17. I mean, is that what you did? You, 17,000 is based on the reduced amount?
no,
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 okay,
no.
no.
17,000.
Yeah, 425 times 12 is gonna be like $4,800.
Like I say, we're writing the budget, is the 17.
17 is good. 17's good, yeah. We had less termite treatments and things like that. Okay.
So the action might be less than 17, but we budgeted.
So we're dropping to
They
707.
do a lot of the outside because people don't leave their gates unlocked.
So,
I mean,
year to date.
try to think about it.
I can remember which Tuesday it is. That's my problem. You know,
Ours just changed. We're back down, I think, for the
1/3.
well, have to let me know because I have no idea.
It's just used as the heating comes in.
Well, yeah, if I gonna go into the shower, I put the lock on.
So that bottom line now is.
So 639, 500.
500.
Yeah. Mhm.
For utilities total.
Oh, utility total, okay. John, did you get all this from the bookkeepers yet?
No, no, I still gotta give, I gotta give him some food and stuff like that. They were told.
Or the
Yeah.
Labor Day week?
Yeah, never, yeah, no, I never get it for this 10th or 11th.
Okay.
It always comes on the weekend, the day after tomorrow. It comes in.
Day after the
It does say in this
workshop.
week. Pardon?
Day after the workshop.
Yeah, yeah, but it always there from 9 to.
So salaries, the last stuff we gotta do.
Yeah.
Mhm. Go from table and let's kind of see what our own consensus. Salaries. Yeah. I mean, I think it'll be more like 50 cents and then, oh, 50 cents. Compatible.
If you put all these numbers together between the reserves and the operating, where do we stand as far as increase or the same as far as?
If you pass this budget as with proposed salary.
Because we made so many
Yeah,
corrections
yeah,
here.
yeah. If you pass the other, there would be an appreciable reduction in.
Yeah, in total.
In
In
total.
in other words, you're looking at, I'm just working something out here.
There'd be an appreciable reduction.
Okay, so if they were to get the 50 cents, or if they were to get the $1, what's the difference between those two numbers?
They
as far
still
as-
would have an appreciable reduction.
Okay,
So.
then
yeah.
I'm thinking, you know,
So,
like,
Roughly, just let's say 11 employees times $1, all right? Please, 22.8.
per year, divided 11 by 11 twice.
$22,800.
Yeah. Yeah, it's 28, it's 28.
But a lot of that stuff is already budgeted, isn't it, John?
8 hours.
8 hours, yeah.
All right,
11 employees.
let me get this straight. The number that we're looking at for all the wages is already includes a dollar increase, correct? Okay, just want to make sure I'm clear on that. Okay. So that's already included in there, I think.
So that dollar's already included
Yeah.
in these numbers,
Yeah.
and we're already taking the total debt.
Okay, all right.
Yes,
Good.
we're,
The new totals for the salaries other than.
it gets to be calculated, but
Well,
like an average.
You've been doing
if
it
you
right.
didn't change-
Well,
yeah.
here's the thing with the pay increases as is. This is a rough approximation. With the 700,000, we're looking at 1731 or so for the 2,300 down to 1601 for the 900.
Are you looking at the page?
Yeah.
What is the total budget?
Oh, the total budget, okay. Okay, so in terms of expenditures, 3771232 approximately, might be a slight error because that 50,000, I don't think it's in here, but 3,771.
Wait, you have to speak up a little. So
Okay.
3,824,000 is the total budget, operating reserves.
That's what he had, but some of the reductions we made, 3771, 771232, or
3771.
it might be a little different, but you know, I got some small errors with it, but yeah,
371.
377. Yeah.
3771 what?
Right, yeah.
377100. 377232. 377. All right. 1232.
It can't be less.
Well,
The trash removal alone went from 293 to 220.
yeah, but we raised some of the other ones on the front end, didn't we? On the administrative?
Administrative, we actually reduced them.
No, we raised.
No, we
it.
raised
it.
it.
Yeah. Because we've changed some of the numbers.
Yeah, 7,500 for
Yeah.
legal.
Yeah.
3,000.
What was your total on administrative?
1697022.
So that went up 7,000.
1697. I got 532. It's 032. Okay.
So
So
roughly
the-
administrative went up 7.
Yeah.
Okay, landscape, we didn't change. I believe. We'll be adding something for Ed, but I don't think we changed that in the individual components. Buildings, we did not change. Security, we took out 7.5. Pools and spas, we did not change.
I think the difference is I work in that, the interest received.
And utilities, we took out $68,000.
Yes. What did you show for 2,300 now? 2,300 unit.
Close.
Yeah.
The question is, what kind of raises do we want to give? That's really the main question, is it not?
He's saying if.
I got I've got,
The dollar raise. is
18,
equivalent to
13.
But yeah, but that's what the-
$22,800.
Yeah, that's before the reduction.
The question is, what should we be?
Yeah, so it should be less with mine. Yeah, so.
Well, you know, you're throwing out 3%.
They don't want to do percentages.
So if I'm gonna basically,
Inflation.
Yeah, okay.
What is inflation? Roger, do you know what inflation is?
The last thing I heard was like 2.6 or something.
Yeah, that's-
So
But,
The lowest person is maybe $7.
no. I wish.
Ed is in-
But, but,
no,
Okay.
but Ed-
If you take $15, it's the same, 3% $15 is 45 cents.
Oh, yes, so 50 cents would be.
yeah,
More in line And then people who are making more money would be under that.
Right.
We just said 50 cents across the line.
Well,
Yes.
yes.
For people who are in the 20s. And raise to add or whoever is appropriate. Or 75 cents to cost the board. But what's the right thing to do?
Well, I don't think the right thing to do is do $1 this year and nothing next year. I think-
Well, on the other side of the coin, we gave them no pay raise last year. Last year inflation was 6%. Am I correct on that?
The other
Approximately?
thing is that this might be,
This year, huge insurance increases, we had tremendous pressure on this last year. Let's remember what was going on.
Yeah, but then we didn't, but we didn't get the insurance increase that we expected. So, I mean,
I don't think it's good to have years where there's zero. Right. In this world, unless the world changes, I don't think so. So I would, everything I'm doing is taking about year by year by year, what are we doing? And I'm with the 50 cents or 75 cents or something like that, 62.5, I'm really scared.
I don't want to do anything except 50 cents or a buck, trust me.
Well, all I can say is. May sound like poor management, but.
That's, I mean, especially after last year.
I think that we ought to review these jobs compared to the market.
If these guys were working on the beach right now, and of course there is a travel to go over there and everything like that, there's nothing out there less than $26.
well, the other thing is you're talking about hiring a possible carpenter at $20 to $25 an hour, where our current guy is getting closer to $20 an hour. So is that fair to the guy with so much experience
But he's.
here?
We don't have any for a
Carpenter
carpenter.
has different skills.
Yeah, we don't have a carpenter.
Well, no, I'm just comparing apples to apples, because they're both carpenters, you know,
Well,
can't, if we lose them, we're gonna end up spending a
Oh,
hell
yeah.
of a lot more
Mhm, yeah.
replacing them.
Yeah,
I'd go for $1 an hour and get Ed up there at least to 17, up there. with
maybe
the other.
$2 an hour for it.
Maybe give Ed,
Maybe give Ed that's down, a little bit, give him $1.50. Well, so our argument now has changed in that we want to make the salaries more competitive so that we don't.
Yeah, I would agree.
Not that.
there's good points on both sides. Say 5%.
I can put it in my head to get there. The tape player needs to change its.
oh, okay.
You
bring up a good point about the percentage, you're right. But is it competitive?
You gotta look at the market.
Yeah.
And
Look at a lot of this, when you say that, when you're looking at our employees, is how much are they making on the side here on site because they work here?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but the fact that they need to have a second job shouldn't really,
I don't
you
think
know.
that should not, that's not even a consideration. That's totally on their time with that they're doing that. Whether they want to or not, that's. What do you say? You can't condition their employment because what they do on the side, that has nothing to do with us.
Well, but if they work down the island, they might not have all these customers in here. And another job.
What do you mean if we lose them? Because of, oh, I get it.
Well, that's happened before. I mean, we had
Yeah, but
Victor
it's-
and some other people that are,
They can
their
all help
side
out.
jobs took a precedent.
No, they make a hell of a lot of money than, they do.
But the amount is not consistent either. It's at the.
That's a mercy of, yeah, yeah.
Lower than they have been, to give a year or something like that. I suspect that some board members are gonna come and say, wait a minute, do we really want that to happen? That they get us all your big time? I'm just saying, that's gonna be a discussion.
And that's for the board.
Because these are employees and we're talking about marketplace. I'm not saying I agree with it. I'm saying this is an issue that will come up.
Hey, the bonus is totally.
Right, right.
Well,
Is there anybody earning less than $17 an hour except for the one that we had mentioned?
No,
No,
no.
Here we are worried about $1, maybe an hour, and for some of these things like the arborist, stuff like this, we're throwing $10,000, oh, well, that's no problem. I'm not sure that we're prioritizing in one area, we're nitpicking with the salaries, which in reality, the total dollar amount isn't that great, is it? Go from $1 an hour.
We spend more on office supplies than that, you know, so.
That's my point, I mean, if we feel that we'll be competitive and you can keep our employees at $1 an hour, $1.10, are we really getting? What's the difference in money? $4,000, $400? I don't know. But my
Well,
point is, let's prioritize on what it is we want to do and not step over dollars. To something. I agree.
I agree. I agree with that.
But- and then what about Ed? Oh,
Well, make some adjustment to whatever.
if we had,
It's gotta be brought up. Ed Dixon, right, so Ed has to
okay,
get
so
a $3
$250,
raise.
okay, so that's gonna add about probably 15 grand to that total, that's it. Or somewhere in that range, right?
oh, again,
Let's see, 8 hours.
I think we should add 25,000 to the budget so that they can, on the average, get about $1 an hour. And we can help some of them be in a more competitive whatever, and that would be up to his manager, which is John.
10-4.
Yeah.
when
and 4,
he's
yeah.
Judging this.
And yeah, that's what, I forgot about that too. The fucking review part of that.
So if we give
So,
them.
Yeah, right, yeah. And so, and would do, Ed getting an extra, Ed would get, we'd add about 10 grand. 10,000.
1,000.
Well, you did mention that Ed that's a little bit more specialized there.
Yes, he is.
And, I mean, because they're gonna compare their salaries. But he's more
Nobody
special-
compares it to him because he's making less than everyone
Right.
else. Yeah. You know, so everybody's doing better.
On Sesame Street, he's gonna be good.
Yeah.
Plus, he is more specialized.
Yeah, we should just do that. It's the right thing to do. We should just.
Yeah.
So 250 for Ed and all.
Okay, yeah, okay, so I'd add another 10 grand or so.
No, you gotta, more than that. You gotta give up to $18.
That'd be 250.
250 if the guy that's.
So it's 150, Tom.
Yeah,
plus.
which is gonna be 16,640.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
all right.
that's what, $25,000 or something like that a year?
Well, if you don't include, we had a little bit extra payroll tax, but 16,600 for the whole year for him to be added. But, you know,
Yeah.
on top of what he's made, you know, so yeah, so, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
so-
before you came to like 22, so this would make it a little bit more with payroll tax, so.
Yeah,
um,
yeah.
salary, so
And,
really stuff.
and to be honest with you, that'd still be less if you look at,
Whatever, I would not
What your
work
job is
outside of
looking
that
for.
heat
I
for
would-
that amount.
I would
Anyway.
I
Just like
would-
Costco, they're hiring,
The
you
reason-
know, $20,
So
$25.
they all get
The
a
reason
dollar.
salary is so low is.
That's your-
And he's always, he's a CPA for a big company.
oh, wow.
And- Yeah,
What's the next step in our process?
all right, the next step would be put these budget monies, put these.
Numbers together, yep.
And then we have another meeting.
Well.
It's
we
a,
have
it's
a fail-safe meeting. So,
Well, we don't want to do it the day before the board meeting, right?
we have one today.
Well,
We have
Well,
one
we s-
tentatively scheduled for
The
September
30th.
30th.
Well, I know I won't be here, so that's,
That's,
Okay,
I-
so we went.
When are you gonna, when are you leaving?
Tomorrow.
23rd.
next week,
Okay, oh, okay, well,
gone for 3 weeks.
well, you basically,
What about this Friday?
why not?
Art class.
It's a matter of just. What's more important?
Art class.
She's got her priorities. She's got her priorities.
It's from 9 until 12.
What about next Monday?
I won't be
Next
here.
Monday's fine.
What about Thursday?
This Thursday? I have
I have, this newsletter meeting is at 10,
Ah,
so.
If we do it in the afternoon at 3, that might work.
We can do it in the.
Are you doing about 3? 3 o'clock?
That looks great the way to.
Yeah.
Friday,
I can't do Friday, but, I can.
Yeah.
Friday at 2, it works for me.
Yeah, that
I
works.
can't do Thursday and Friday. So,
Okay.
Okay.
but
All right.
that's, but it's work, don't, I mean,
well,
Yeah.
how about,
Monday at 10,
Wednesday
Wednesday.
or Monday, next Monday? Oh,
Wednesday's good for me.
I won't be here next Monday.
That's okay. You don't need me.
How was Wednesday? Is better?
well, we basically decided it's just a matter of.
Just put the numbers and have the final vote. And I,
Next time. And then we're just talking about the answer.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I'm good for Wednesday, Ted.
Wednesday.
This Wednesday. We can't do it in 48 hours post.
Oh, you're talking about next,
No, I wasn't. I was
You
talking
can't.
about next Monday.
oh, next Monday.
Thursday or
Monday.
That's okay.
Thursday or Friday. He's not gonna be here Monday.
Right, yeah.
Wednesday's too soon.
Well,
It's
Wednesday,
Thursday or Friday.
Wednesday, we did it like 2 o'clock. Because we got time to get it posted.
Oh, I'm good with Wednesday too.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
can do that.
Wednesdays
Yeah,
at 2 is fine.
works for me.
That's just skipping bingo. I can skip
Can
bingo.
we get the numbers tomorrow?
Yeah. You'll get the numbers before. You'll calculate.
What are you looking at?
You may get-
I'll be late.
No,
I'm serious, I'm-
I don't think know that.
Okay.
I can.
Okay.
Are we definite now? When are we doing this?
Wednesday?
Okay, I will be late.
Okay, you may not be, here. We're gonna, yeah, we're gonna, no, I'm just kidding.
Well, okay, well, I will be late. Get ready to meet my sister in Denver here.
Oh.
Oh,
We got stuff to-
and that's 9/11. If anybody wants to know.
So-
Tuesday is 9/11.
That's right.
So we're canceling the one on the 30th.
Right, yes.
Yeah.
And then the DP from Switzerland, beautiful courses. Oh my God.
Yeah, I still trying to figure out this whole schedule stuff now because my brother used to work, he used to confirm it every year in Boston. In Boston for,
Oh, yeah.
Labor Day.
Yeah.
Well, now he didn't do it. So he's not happy because he loved doing all that, So.
Okay. So the budget committee is the 11th at 2. Yes. Okay, I-
Yeah, right. Well, supposedly is that the Bradenton Country Club finally found a sponsor for the LPGA tournament at Bradenton?
No, they did they really?
That's what I heard. I mean, I saw something on little blurbs, but I don't know if it's true or not.
Okay, I will be late.
Okay, okay.
And like you said, you might.
Oh, wait.
No, that's okay.
They wouldn't.
Lou,
Okay, John. I'll put again outside. I'm gonna get outside, somebody come in and fix that hanging piece of stuff over there. And send you the bill.
somebody else
Looking
was
at
speaking.
it.
Can you say that again?
And it's
I mean,
Traffic,
meetings,
it looks
so
like
go ahead, just repeat.
public housing.
It's okay.
What kind of hanging thing?
I don't know, just a piece of plastic. If I had a ladder, I'd do it myself, but I can't do it. It's dumb looking. It's,
Brown, oh, for the electrical?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Hey, when's your buddy due back?
You know, I remember taking them. Are you sure they're down in the bathroom counter? All right, look in your, all things I,
Okay.
yeah, look there. We put a lot of stuff in there.
Everybody traveling that I've known in the last month. has gone.
Well, listen, we had to pack. Yeah, yeah, yes.
Diane just left Canada, I mean, going to Alaska cruise.
Is the meeting adjourned?
What are you talking about? Oh, okay, I know what you're saying. Yeah, okay. Okay, all right, I know, all right, it's Xanax. Yeah. Yeah. All right, I'll get back to you in a couple of minutes, okay? All right, and this is breaking up, okay? All right, but look in the all things I, okay? Okay.
Is the meeting adjourned? Is the meeting adjourned?
Somebody's asking me to go fishing. I don't know who it is. You think they got a wrong number?
The first time you decided.
Yeah. We've got that under control.
Adjourned.